The music you're hearing is our intro to something that's very, very special to us. It's about Salute the Champions. We identify individuals that have done some great things and doing great things, but more importantly, have encouraged others to do the same, man. And this is no exception. We're so excited to have, this is IBM's, one of my old crews, IBM's Chief Analytics Officer. He's also the Senior State Executive for IBM in North Carolina and the Senior Location Executive for IBM in the Research Triangle Park. And he's also a 2025 Salute the Champions recipient, Tim Humphrey. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good morning. Finally, I'm here. Finally.
You made your way into
I made it.
You have arrived.
Yes. This is the biggest thing that's happened to me in a long time.
No, and here's the crazy part about it. He's serious about that, too. He's been trying to get here. He's talked about it a lot. But Tim, thank you so much for all you do and all you've done, man. And of course, Tim is a graduate of the NC State University.
Go Pack.
With a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering, and is a member of the NC State, the University Electrical and Computer Engineering Hall of Fame. We got a Hall of Fame here, Pam.
All right.
Now, I ain't lying. I'm a Hall of Fame, but I ain't got nothing to do with electrical engineering.
Look, I wish I was a Hall of Fame in sports.
Wow.
But I'll take engineering.
That's right.
He also plays a vital role as NC State University Board of Trustees. So, Tim, man, you've done so many good things. But so let's start off. You're from Fayetteville, is that correct?
Fayetteville, born and raised. DeVille. Right by Fayetteville State.
Is that right?
Right off the Merc.
Okay.
That's me.
Know where the Merc is, that's for sure. So, I mean, you have so many titles. You do so many things. But take us, I guess, the elevator speech in what is a day in the life of Tim Humphrey with all of these different positions?
That's a great question.
I never know what a day is going to bring. Sometimes I'm working on things for the community. Sometimes I'm working on trying to figure out some great insights to help us move our business forward. Sometimes I might be in D.C. Trying to work on policy issues. So you never know. The day is always different. And that's one of the things I love about the job. I never know what to expect. It's always something different.
Wow. I want to caveat that question with, because of everything that you do, one thing that we talked a lot about last week was passion and purpose. And are you in a position where you feel you have both, they have aligned together, or is it separate? Like, are you doing what you love, but you think your purpose to do?
I got an authenticity statement, which is I'm a goofy engineer who cares about people.
Love it.
And while I do a lot in business, I have a team, and we have a lot of IBMers here locally. So, I get to do a lot of coaching, a lot of mentoring, a lot of helping people. That's probably the favorite part of what I do. I do get into the numbers. I am an analytics guy, even though I know your view is it's ruining basketball.
It is.
I do love the numbers.
You heard me this morning.
Yeah, I heard you. Okay. I don't disagree with you either, though. I see people pass up a dunk for a three-pointer, and I'm like, I don't know if that's good analytics. Right. But no, going back to your question, I do love the opportunity to be with people and help people. I try to do a lot in the community. I work with the Boys and Girls Clubs, the Raleigh Chamber of Commerce. And just last week I was working with Empower doing a graduation speech. Empower is an organization, nonprofit that does, they help people get STEM education, early professionals.
Sure.
So, it's good. I love it. I got purpose, too.
Yeah.
And it says here, you're a mentor to over 30 global professional students and youth, so it speaks to a lot of that. We're talking to Tim Humphrey, who is a recipient, a part of the class, and we call this, and it's funny, we call this the tallest class that we've ever had. Literally, this is the tallest class for Salute the Champions.
Well, I feel short in this class. I'm like,
I think if we had to do
I might be one of the shortest.
No, maybe a basketball line. I mean, you'd be played 3, maybe the 2, maybe.
Yeah. Although I can't shoot that well. Look, my team in high school, we were short. I played 4 and 5.
According to what we know about you, you're good at coaching, so maybe we'll keep you on the side.
Yeah, I could be the coach. I could be the coach.
But we kid a little bit about the analytics, but you are the chief analytics officer. Talk about what that is.
Yeah, so look, companies, and IBM is no different, try to be data-driven, right? You try to use, I'd say, 10, 15 years ago, people started realizing that data can give you a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And we try to use data, infuse it into all of our processes, our workflows, so that we can create insights to help us make better decisions.
Sure.
So that's what it's all about, whether we are looking for a company to purchase, whether we're trying to collect invoices, how to do it more efficiently, even what price is going to give us the best combination of profit versus win probability. What's going to be our revenue forecast based on historical information and other factors that we know. So those are some of the types of things you do in analytics for business. And it's really good because most people have biases. So you make decisions and you don't realize your biases. So analytics sort of, levels that playing field.
Oh, that's wild.
That's awesome. We are talking to our Salute the Champion award winner, Tim Humphrey. Just going back to, I love what you said when you said, this is what I get to do. I say that a lot because we get to do this.
That's
it's
right.
not guaranteed.
That's right.
But with all of the things that you do and your different roles at IBM, it's still obviously very, very important to you to be a part of the community, to do things that impact the community, how you find the time to add that to the schedule in your day. And so why is that so important to you to be a part?
I always tell people nobody that's successful got there on their own, and I'm no different. When I look back on my past, and I think about it now that I'm an adult, I shouldn't be here, right? So I sort of beat the odds. If I'd have been born one house over or one street over, I'm not sure I would be here today. So people have helped me. Teachers, community leaders have helped me. And then as I, got to college, people helped me. And as I got in my career, people helped me. So, I feel like it's my responsibility to pay it forward. And, I used to not do a lot of mentoring and coaching. And, I had somebody call me out on that after a few years in my career. And I was like, it hurt a little bit, but I was like, you know what? You're right. Truth hurts. And I said, I'm going to start giving more back.
This is interesting. We're talking to a 2025 recipient, one recipient of the 2025 class of Salute the Champions. I want to go, so now we're going to go there, go a little deeper, because I really want to understand, how you got here. There are many shows you stood on. There's people who influenced you over the years, Tim. Give me a couple names and why those individuals kind of show up right now.
Yeah, first person I think of is my high school guidance counselor. I played basketball, but I growing up, I thought I was going to play for the Lakers. And
you got your pen on.
I got my pen. I'm proud of the Luka trade. It makes us relevant for the next 10 years.
That's right.
But anyway, I thought I was going to play basketball, but I had surgeries when I was 13, 14, 15, so I didn't play for like 3 years. And when I came back, I just wasn't as good as I used to be.
Okay.
So I didn't know what I was going to do. And I had my guidance counselor said, well, you've done good in math and science. So why don't you think about engineering? And I said, what, drive a train? I didn't even know what engineering was. It wasn't the engineers, where I grew up.
Yeah.
And so he told me what it was, and he got me into a summer camp at NC State. And I came up here for, a week and learned about engineering. I was like, this is what I want to do. So that was, probably one of the most influential figures for me in getting to this point where I'm at today.
Wow.
That's awesome. Well, I guess we can go there since we were talking about NC State. Where you graduated from. So let's talk about the teams. Let's talk NC State basketball, men and women.
I know. Oh boy.
Yesterday, we can talk about yesterday on branding rights from Tar Heel women.
I wore the wrong colors today. I thought about it on my way in, but I wore the wrong colors. Look, good win.
That Carolina blue is popping out that jacket.
Good win for the Tar Heels. I can't say anything, and. We stopped that losing streak on Saturday for the men's.
Yes.
So shout out.
It was a 9-game.
Shout out to Coach Keats.
That's a good point.
I tell people, look, I've been rooting for NC State ever since I went to that summer camp, and we hadn't won an ACC championship in football or basketball until last year.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he doubled it up with the Final Four run.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm good for a long time. I'm good.
So you're not the fair weather fan.
No.
Wait a minute.
No.
We're at
I
the
remember.
bottom. We may not make the tournament. You're not there.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm happy. And Coach Keats, I think he did a fantastic job. And he'll get it back. We'll be back on top next year.
Right.
And then Wes Moore is really gonna get us.
Yes,
y'all won yesterday, but he's gonna have us there.
Wes Moore is
he's doing amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, our conversation with Tim Humphrey is amazing. We just, along with all the conversations we have a great class, the tallest class in the history. I salute the chief.
Got a basketball team.
But I don't know this per se, but I think. I know our mutual friend Creighton Blackwell. You and him, y'all have this music battle thing going on where one person thinks they know more about music than others. So talk about how did that happen?
Creighton's good.
Because when I first met you, y'all was going at it, man.
Creighton is a good friend of mine, good brother who is out there doing a lot for other people.
Yeah,
that's
one of the most smartest and talented people I know.
Yeah,
except for when it comes to music. His view, Kumo D is the GOAT.
Hey, wait a minute now. Hold up. He must have listened to the show because that's my guy.
I'm not gonna take anything off of him. I just can't put him that high.
So who would you put there?
I got to go with Big. I got to go with Biggie.
Okay,
I got to go with Biggie.
Okay.
I got to go there. I got to go there.
But Kumo D is my dude. I do have to just take a couple steps back. I'm curious to get your reaction about the Super Bowl and about the halftime because it's been going all over the place. And
oh boy,
it's a touchy subject. But talk to him about K-Dot. I didn't know that's what he called him.
K-Dot. Super Bowl I, I was shocked. I did not see a blowout coming. I thought we were going to get a good game. I was shocked.
You and me both. I thought 15. I thought he was going to win.
Philly's D-line just took that game over. I was shocked. But, the halftime show, look, I'll tell you, maybe it's the old school nature in me, but I like somebody who can dance. So my best halftime shows were Michael Jackson, Usher. I mean, even J-Lo and Shakira a couple years back. Give me somebody who can dance.
I'm with you. I'm old school too. I'm with you.
I like rap to listen to. I don't need to watch it.
So you're not watching the Super Bowl halftime for storytelling, huh?
I watched it, and I think I wish it would have been more straightforward. I think everything was a little too subliminal.
Yeah, we had to go and Google.
Right, it was. I'm like, if I didn't pick up on every little message, I know most of the public didn't pick it up on it. I picked up on some. Don't get me wrong, but I just thought it was. Could have used a little bit more Chuck D, Public Enemy.
Come on now. Come on. But Chuck D, Public Enemy, they straight up tell you.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it.
You ain't got to go figure it out.
Yeah.
Chuck D, Flavor Flav, they tell you what's going on.
Yeah. I couldn't. Some of the messages, when I went back and looked at it, I got it, but some of the messages flew over my head. But, I commend them for trying. Yeah.
Right,
I commend them for trying.
Well, we are super excited to be talking to another one of our 2025 Salute the Champion award winners. So I guess you've done a lot, from there to here, this journey. What would you tell your younger self?
Oh, man, my younger self. First thing I tell him, I Look, I figured out how to travel back through time, so let me give you these winning lottery numbers.
That's stupid.
If I can't give them the winning lottery numbers, I'd probably tell them, don't date that girl. That's going to be a problem.
Well,
no, look, in all seriousness, I think I would. One of the messages I gave to the Empower students last week was I didn't understand the concept of being the best and greatness. So I would tell people, understand whatever you're working on, whatever field you're in, what is the best, who is the best, how did they get there, study it, and then set your mind to redefine what best looks like so you can grow and be the best. When I was young and coming out of school, I was a little cocky. I thought I was really good, but I didn't
really,
but I didn't get that. So when you think you're like already great and good, you don't work as hard to be better. Right. And I think that's something I tell my younger self, right? Like, understand what best looks like, figure out how to get there, and always be striving for greatness in whatever you do.
Awesome. Well, you're doing great.
Well, thank you. I'm trying. I'm learning every day.
So what's next for you, my friend? I mean, you got a lot going on in your life.
Yeah. Hopefully I can keep making a difference at IBM and in the community.
Right.
At some point, down the road, I do want to get back to doing a lot more hands-on work with youth. I started as a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Clubs doing reading and writing on Saturdays for kids that needed the extra help in school.
Okay.
And, now I'm on the board, which is good work, but the board is more like business.
That's
right. Like, it's more like, it's numbers and how we going to get this money and what are we going to raise.
Can you help me raise this?
Yeah. So, I know it's needed. I know it's needed, but I want to get back to, at some point, doing more hands-on work with youth. I think that's, at some point down the line, that's what I'll be doing.
Are you doing exactly what you want to do or what you aspired to do a few years ago?
Actually, look, when I started my career, analytics weren't really a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I started my career developing personal computers.
Yeah.
So I thought I was going to be an engineer in the lab my whole career. I was a pretty good engineer. And once I became our technical lead and I got to help people work on some of the hardest engineering challenges, I realized, I like this helping people thing.
Yeah.
And so that's when I decided I was going to go into management. So, it wasn't what I planned, but, it was what was presented to me. And, I just tried to make the best of it.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited that you're part of the Salute the Champions. What does that mean to you when you found out that you were selected?
I couldn't believe it. I've been going to the Salute the Champions luncheon, and you all do such a good job with that. And I love hearing about what other people do, right? So for me to be part of it, I was like, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a huge, huge honor. And, one of the things we have to do is like tell people's stories. Because you never know who's going to get inspiration. I get so much inspiration from hearing what other people do, and it challenges me, like I was saying earlier. So you all do that, and I think it's fantastic. So I was just humbled. Well,
let me tell you, a lot of people are going to be motivated when if they hear it now, or when they hear this, what you just told us in the last few minutes or so, man. You're going to be, the story you shared with us will resonate with a lot of people. So thank you for lending your time to us and your talent. We really appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it. And have me back in football season so we can talk.
What he said was so powerful in that he's been there several times.
Yeah.
So that means he came to celebrate others.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And that's a big thing. And now we're able to celebrate you.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, we got to bring him back to talk football, too, because he seems to think he knows a lot about that as well.
You heard what he said. Seems to think. So he challenged.
We can get back on the other side, man. We got some strange. This is a banner day today. We got Tim Humphrey here, and we got another guy that's getting it in big time on the other side. Keep it locked in. Let's go.
All right.